everyone, Cheryl here today with TLC Designs, and today we're going to be making this darling cupcake card with a little pull tag. And so it has a little pocket and the tag just goes right in, and then it opens up for journaling on the inside. You could also journal on the back. And so we went ahead, and I'll go ahead and show you what I've used. I'm going to just set that right there. So the design paper I used was the Spring Fun, and that's for the gingham and the little dots. So I did use that. I'm going to set that aside. The next thing I used for the little birthdays are sweet, I went ahead and used Birthdays Are, and then the Sweet from the Turtlicious. And I did use the little pull tab from the Action Stamps. And then Cherry on Top die set. And I love how the dies, there's so many to choose from in here. So I pulled out, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. Oops. So we're going to need the big cupcake, the icing, the little wrapper, the For You, the stem, the cherry, and the tag. And so let me set this aside. I'll put all that aside. Okay, so basically what I did was I kind of prepped everything, and then I'll show you pretty much what needs to be done. And so the first thing we're going to start with is how to get the card base and our inside. And so what I did was, and I'll show you, you're going to need to cut your card base 4.5 by 10. And so you can go ahead and do that, and then go ahead and fold it so it's folded in half. And then you're going to want to take the big die that I pulled, and so that would be this guy here. And what I did was I placed it like so, and you will need some tape, just some Scotch tape, or if you're comfortable enough, like I did on a cut, like my first one I taped. So, but you could just lay this on your machine and go ahead and cut it, and I will run it through my machine really quick. That way I can show you how to get the actual card out of this. And so, okay, so this is what we end up with is, let's pull that off carefully, and I'll move the die aside. So you're going to end up with this. Okay, so what I do is you can either run this through your cutter, or you can take some scissors and cut along the bottom little score area. And so that's what I did. Okay, so now we have our little card base, and I have one right here. Okay, so the next thing you'll want to do is run again the big die through and cut out a white. And again, you're going to have to cut your bottom piece off of that. And so this is for the inside. Okay, so it is a little big. So what I do is, so I kind of line it up as best as I can, like so, just to kind of see, oh, well, because we're going to glue that down. But then you're going to flip it over. Well, actually, I kind of go like this. So move it to the right, and then come here. And if you can see where the fold is. So I just put a little line there. And then we'll take it again. And then we're just going to run it to the other side, because we want to be able to mark that where the fold is. Okay, so now you'll have 2 marks on the back. So that's our one. Let's get this in the garbage. So now you'll just take your cutter, and I have this little one here. I hardly use this typically for when I'm using the Cricut, but we can use it right here. And we're just gonna cut that top off, okay? So then we can go ahead and glue that. Whoops. There we go. We want to glue it to the right side of the inside. Okay, so let me move that. And so we'll go ahead and get this done so we can set it aside and go to the next step. So I'm just adding some liquid glue. And carefully. Okay. So this is gonna be our card base. Okay, and then if you have your scoring tool or whatever you can use just to get that down, and then we'll set this aside. And so that's our card base. So that one's done. So next up is gonna be, whoops. This is our little pull tag. Sorry, this is our layer 1. Okay. So on the layer 1, you're gonna need 1 full cupcake. You'll need 1 icing. You're gonna need 1 wrapper. And then you're gonna need to cut another partial cupcake, and I'm gonna show you. Whoops! Oh no. Okay. So basically, you're just gonna take a scrap piece of paper, like so, and run it through, and that way leave a little bit because we're gonna come in and cut. And so that's how we're gonna get our pocket. So this is for the pocket on your card. So we end up with this. Oops. I can move that aside now. And then I'm just gonna cut the bottom so those pieces will all fall. And then I just use, because we're gonna kind of fussy cut, and we're just gonna cut along the line. And this creates a cute little pocket. So I'm gonna save this one to do something later. So that will be our pocket. And then, oh no, I was gonna say, so on this, I use the 1/8 inch score tape. So go ahead and you get all your pieces cut, and we'll do this. Okay, so the first thing I wanna do is add my little pocket on there. And I just placed some of the score tape on the inside, one on each side, and then I'll place one along the bottom. And if you don't want to use score tape, you can go ahead and use the liquid tape, or the liquid glue, sorry guys. Oh, and then just kind of press those down a little bit. And my last video, I think I had a rough time getting the paper off, so just had to remember to press that down. So now we're gonna place the bottom pocket or the front pocket piece like so. And again, you can press that good. So there we go. And move that aside. So on our little wrapper, so we have our wrapper here. You can distress your edges. Now would be the time to do that if you're wanting to do that. So you would just kind of come in and get them all done. And then we want to glue this piece. And so we'll put that piece like so. And if you can see, I left a room to go ahead and add some dots. I probably could have cut that a little better, but that's okay. Okay, and so we've got that piece on, and then just kind of press that or roll. Okay, and so, and then for our little top piece, we're going to use that. And let's see if I can get some ink on here. And then just go ahead and distress your edges like so. If you want to go darker, you can go darker. Or if you wanted to use like a brown, you could do that. And I'm just going to use the light pink for mine. And then we want to glue this down because this is, whoops, this is going to make this piece. So we can just add some glue. Super fun little card to make, and it's got the little hidden pocket tag. So I'm gonna come in about so. Let's see. I think that looks good. So then go ahead and press that down, or you can roll it. I'm using a wallpaper roller I've had for years. Okay, so this is our layer 1. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take your tag die, and I already have my pieces prepped. So I actually used the tag and the cherry. I cut out the 2 cherries. The stems, I cut out 2. And then the For You. The For You we won't do. You can put whatever you want on. I just want to let you know that these pieces you'll probably want at least this tag now. Only because on my original one that I did to see, it's kind of like the mock-up prototype. I went ahead and glued my ribbon in between the card base and the first layer. On this one here, I did not. So I'd have to come in with something probably on the inside, like maybe one of the little ladybugs or something, and I'll probably cover that just so it looks more, you know, neat. So on this one here, we're gonna just add our ribbon, and I should have ribbon pulled. Where did I put it? Oh, it's hiding. So I'm just gonna pull. This ribbon's a little thicker, but I absolutely love the color. It's Bluebird, and I think it just looks so cute. So we're gonna just run it through the back, but you will wanna, if you're gonna add dots, you can add those now. I almost forgot. Gotta get the little dots on there. If you're doing like a white tag or a light pink tag, you could always stamp on this instead of doing the For You. I chose to do the For You on this one. Thought it looked cute. So we're gonna run the ribbon. Let's see if I can get that. So we want one on this side, right? To come through. That way it'll go through the onto the back side, and I'm gonna probably hot glue that on. And then over here, we'll just cut the ribbon so it looks like so, and then run it through this side. Okay, so you can just kind of fix. Now, if you're using a thinner ribbon, you should probably be okay. I think either way you go, it looks good. So now we'll just kind of run that, and we're gonna just attach this to the back. So I'm gonna add some glue, and we'll add that one, and you can go up as high or as low as you want. And you're not gonna see any of this because it's gonna be hidden once we place that on our card base. Okay, so now we have our layer 1 done, and so that's gonna go right here just on top of our card base. And I'm not gonna glue this. I'm gonna put the glue on here only because we don't want to get it way up high, so we can just get what we need on this. So, whoops, and I got a little bit right here. Okay, so now we'll take our layer 1 and get it where it looks good. And I think that looks good. So we can open that, and you can press that down. Okay, so that looks good, and hopefully, I think I got a little glue right there, but I'll clean it later. So there's our card base and our first layer. So that part's done. So now our next step, and you can add the cherry on here. You'll just add it like so, put your stem underneath, and go ahead and add that. I'm gonna skip that part for now, and we're gonna work on our tag. So for the tag, we need, again, one of the large cupcake cut out. And of course, you'll cut the bottom off. And then we want our design paper for the front and a piece of the icing. So you're gonna need 2 icings cut. One for the back, whatever color you want, and one for the front. So the one for the back I left white because you can do your journaling all on the back if you wanted to do like a hidden note. So you could do that. So the way we're gonna do this, let's see if I can move all my pieces out of the way. Okay, so I'm gonna set these right here. So for the tag, oops, we want it to be able to fit in the pocket. Okay, so right now it's not going to fit in the pocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over and take off, I'd say about 1/4 of an inch and on the bottom part, and come all the way up at an angle, and then flip it this way and do about the same. Okay, and then you could use your cutter and just cut the top. So we would bring this in here like so, and I'm thinking I'm gonna cut, because it won't matter. Whoops, well I guess that will matter. That's not gonna stay down. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna cut off part of the top, and we can adjust it if we need to once we place our cupcake piece, our icing piece. So you'll have your little indentation, and so you can kind of follow that. So kind of like right there. Now if you come up too high, you can just snip off these corners because you're not gonna see any of that anyway. So that way you can come down if you want. And what I like to do is I'll take it and go, okay, well that's about as far as it's gonna go in. So we'll probably put it like right here. So we'll come down past. Now if you want to just follow the line, and then you can snip some off the bottom. And so, whoops, what do we want to do? I think it's right there. I already lost the line. Oh yeah, because it's hard to see what, there we go. So I can kind of see it, it's right there. And that way when I'm placing this, yeah, on the white one, it's a little harder to see. I'll come down a little more. And so we don't leave the back looking like that. What I did was I cut the other icing, and you'll flip it the wrong side and then just match it up and put it on there. And so we can add the glue to here. And then just add it. There we go. And then flip it over, and you can kind of see, oh, it's not coming through. Or if it is, like if you see pieces you don't want to see of the back, then you can kind of move it around. And then you can, like this one, I did dust or, you know, distressed the edges. Sometimes, a lot of the times I use a duster, so I always want to say dust distress. So you can distress your edges. And so there you have. So here's our tag now. So the tag, you can decorate it however you want. I just kind of wanted to show you how to make all the pieces. So you can add your cherry to this. I just added it to the front. You can cut out, in this set, there's flowers. You can cut out the flowers. I added pearls to this one. I stamped birthdays are sweet. We're gonna do that next, just so I can kind of show you. Not sure how I'm doing on time. Oh, yeah, I'm a little bit and then you'll want to add your cherry to your card base and then decorate it however you'd like. So right now I'm just going to go over and stamp really quick and show you, whoops, the stamping part of this. So we'll just get that like that. And so I chose to use the Turtlelicious Birthdays Are. And since I'm not putting a turtle on this, which you could, I just want the Birthdays Are part. And I'm going to set it kind of like so. Let's put it maybe like right about there. And let's hope that holds down. Oops. Okay. And then take a black ink. And I just like to, hopefully you can see this, I like to just ink up this top part. So you can use a piece of paper, or you can try to be careful and just ink up, you know. So it's up to you if you want to cover up that bottom. If you'll be able to see if you get something on there. And whoops. So you'll just stamp it down a few times. Hopefully that piece does not get on there. So I just did the Birthdays Are. And then I want to clean out really quick. And then you can grab the sweet or the Sweet Friends one and just stamp the little sweet. Okay, and so you can kind of center that. And this way you'll leave room on the back and the inside of the card. You can go ahead and do your journaling, your little note. And I think that's probably good enough. Okay. So there you have it. So our tag is ready to decorate. And there you have the little card. So if the bottom is a little long, go ahead and you can trim some of that off. I think on this one, yeah, I think I may trim a little off the bottom. There we go. Okay. And then I'll just have to distress that a little more, but you get the idea. And then you have your little card. You can go ahead and do journaling on the inside, some journaling on the tag. And I hope you enjoyed my video today on making this darling little cupcake card with a hidden tag. And thanks for stopping by, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.